Welcome back in the lecture series on topic ionic equilibria. In last lecture, we have studied about Arrhenius theory of acid and bases. And according to Arrhenius, acid is a hydrogen containing compound. When dissolved in water, produces hydrogen ion. And base is a substance which contains hydroxyl group and produces OH ion in aqueous solution. But main drawback of this theory is this theory is applicable only in aqueous solution and not in non-aqueous solution. And another drawback is that those compounds which contain hydrogen ion or OH ion, the nature of such substances cannot be explained by this theory. And therefore, to overcome these limitations of Arrhenius theory, a more general concept of acid and base was proposed by scientists J.N. Bronsted and T.M. Lowry in 1923, and this theory is called as Bronsted-Lowry theory of acid and base. Now let us study about Bronsted-Lowry theory of acid and base. This theory is based on proton transfer, and according to this theory, acid is a substance that donate proton to another substance. In short, acid is a proton donor, that is hydrogen ion donor, and base is a substance that accept proton from another substance. In short, base is a proton acceptor, that is hydrogen ion acceptor. That means what? According to Lowry-Bronsted theory, acid is a proton donor and base is a proton acceptor. Now see this reaction. HCl treated with ammonia, which is a non-aqueous solvent, and it produces NH4 ion and Cl ion. Now in this reaction, HCl donates its proton to ammonia, and as it donates proton, it acts as a acid. And in reverse reaction, ammonium ion donates its proton to chlorine. Therefore, it acts as a proton donor, and therefore, according to Bronsted-Lowry theory, it is a acid. So in this reaction, HCl and NH4 ion are proton donor and therefore act as a acid according to Bronsted-Lowry theory. And in the same reaction, ammonia accept proton from HCl and chloride ion accept proton in reverse reaction. Chloride ion accept proton from ammonium ion, and therefore as they accept proton, according to Lowry theory, these are what? Bases. So ammonia and chloride ion are proton acceptor, and therefore they act as a base according to Bronsted-Lowry theory. I think you have understood this concept. Now let us move to the next point, that is Arrhenius acids are also Bronsted acids. बघा हा statement नीट. Arrhenius acids are also Bronsted acids, but Arrhenius bases are not Bronsted bases. Many times this question is asked, that is explain why all Arrhenius acids are Bronsted acids, but Arrhenius bases are not Bronsted bases. Now you know that Arrhenius acid means proton donor, hydrogen ion donate. Substance which donate hydrogen ions when dissolved in water, that are called as what? Arrhenius acids. And according to Bronsted theory, acid is a proton donor. So see here these examples. HCl. HCl has tendency to donate proton to water. Here water donate proton to ammonia. Here water donate proton to carbonate ion. Here ammonium ion donate proton to water. So all these are Arrhenius acids as well as these are what? The Bronsted acid. But Arrhenius bases are not Bronsted bases. Now see here, ammonia is a Bronsted base because it accepts proton from water. But according to Arrhenius theory, it is not base because it does not contain what? OH group. Arrhenius bases means what? Those substances which have hydroxyl group and which when dissolved in water produces OH ions. That means according to Arrhenius, OH group donors are called as a base, and in ammonia there is no OH group. Similarly here carbonate ion, they do not contain OH group, but they according to Bronsted theory these are what? Bases. So all Arrhenius acids are also Bronsted acids, but Arrhenius bases are not Bronsted bases. You can explain it now. Then next point, that is what? The water. Now see these two reactions. In this reaction, that is when water is treated with HCl, it acts as a base. But the same water when it is treated with ammonia, it acts as a acid. So water can act as an acid as well as water can act as a base. So water shows acidic nature as well as basic nature, and this dual nature of water is also known as what? Amphoteric nature of water. Now when water can act as a base? When water is treated with acid stronger than itself. In presence of a strong acid than itself, water act as a base. So HCl is stronger than water and therefore act as a base. Whereas water when treated with a base stronger than itself, then water act as a acid. Water in presence of strong base than itself. अमोनिया हा वॉटर पेक्षा स्ट्रॉंग आहे आणि त्यामुळे काय? इन प्रेझेन्स ऑफ अमोनिया वॉटर ॲक्ट ॲज अ ॲसिड अँड हियर water act as a base in presence of HCl. So water in presence of strong acid than itself act as a base, whereas water in presence of base stronger than itself act as a acid. And this nature is called as amphoteric nature of water. Another point which we are going to discuss here, that is according to this Bronsted-Lowry theory, explain the nature of molecules, acid and basic nature of molecule as well as ionic species also. Now see here, CO3 ions when treated with water, then CO3 ion act as a base, as water donated proton to carbonate ion and forms what? Bicarbonate ion. So carbonate ion accept proton from water and therefore as it accept proton it act as a base. Similarly here the ammonium ion donated proton to water. That means as it donate proton it act as a acid. So Lowry-Bronsted, the most important advantage of Lowry-Bronsted theory, that is Lowry-Bronsted theory explain the acidic and basic nature of ions also, such as carbonate ion, ammonium ion, bicarbonate ion, then hydronium ion, like this. So that is also important to note down. Then next point, that is in all these reactions acid reacts with base and produces again what? Acid and base by transfer of proton. So product of Bronsted-Lowry theory of acid base reaction is also what? Acid and base. See here, the products of Bronsted-Lowry acid base reactions are acids and base, and a pair of an acid and base differing by proton is formed in this acid base reaction, and that pair is called as what? Conjugate acid base pair. That pair is called as conjugate acid base pair. A pair which is formed by the transfer of electron. So from one substance to another substance, that is a pair of an acid and base differing by proton is said to be conjugate acid base. Now let us study this reaction and we will find out the conjugate acid base pair in this reaction. Now HCl here is a acid, Bronsted acid. It donated proton, and when it donated proton, what is remain? Cl ions, and Cl ion is a conjugate base of the strong acid HCl. Every strong acid has weak conjugate base. Cl ion is a weak conjugate base. So strong conjugate base means what? Self-generated base. Conjugate acid or conjugate base means self-generated acid or base. So here HCl, when it donates proton, then it forms what? Cl ion, and it acts as a conjugate base. So HCl is acid 1 and Cl ion is a base 1. So one acid base pair formed in this acid base reaction is what? HCl and Cl ion is one conjugate acid base pair. And another conjugate acid base pair, that is here the ammonium ion donates its proton to chloride ion, and when ammonium ion donates its proton, then what is formed? Ammonia is formed. So it is acid 2. Ammonium ion donate proton, so it is acid 2, and ammonia is the base 2. So it is the another conjugate acid base pair formed in this reaction. See another example. Here H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, donated proton, 1 H ion proton to water. Then it forms what? Bisulfate ion, that is HSO4 ion, and water accept that proton, therefore it forms what? Hydronium ion. Now in this reaction, when H2SO4 donated proton, then one hydrogen ion is less in this H2SO4, and that is what? H bisulfate ion is formed, and that is what? Conjugate base of sulfuric acid. So acid base pair, that is, this is acid 1 and this is base 1. So first acid base pair is what? H2SO4 and HSO4 ion, that is bisulfate ion, is one conjugate acid base pair. And another conjugate acid base pair in this reaction is water and hydronium ion. See here, these two differ by only one proton, and these two also differ by only one proton. So conjugate acid base pairs are formed, or they differ by proton, one proton. One proton is less in what? The base, conjugate base. Now see here, a base is produced by accepting proton from an acid. Now see here, conjugate base, how it is formed from acid. HCl is a strong acid. So when it loses one proton, then it forms what? Its conjugate base. HBr is also a strong acid. When it loses its proton, forms what? Br ion, which is a conjugate base of HBr. HNO3. NO3 ion is a conjugate base of nitric acid. So by losing one proton, they form what? The conjugate. Acid forms conjugate base by losing proton. And acid is produced when base accept one proton. See here, base, ammonia is a base. When it accept one proton, it forms NH4 ion, which is a conjugate acid. Like this OH ion is a base actually, but when it accept one proton, it act as a acid. Water, when it accept one proton, forms hydronium ion, which is a conjugate acid. Carbonate ion, actually it is basic in nature, it is a base, but when it accepts one proton, it forms what? Bicarbonate ion, which is a conjugate acid. So see here, solve this. This is the Bronsted base. Then you know that how you can find out the conjugate acid of this base? By adding one proton. So by adding one proton, NH2 minus becomes NH3. So answer of this is what? Answer of this is NH3. And H2PO4 ion. H2PO4 ion, when accept one proton, then it forms what? Its conjugate acid, that is H3PO4. So conjugate acid of NH2 ion is NH3 and H2PO4 ion is H3PO4. Like that, here hydrogen cyanide is an acid. Its conjugate base is Cl. And water is acid and its conjugate base is एक proton add झाला. Its conjugate base is what? OH ion. One proton is less. So acid is a conjugate base. Acid is formed when conjugate base plus one proton, and base plus one proton gives you conjugate acid. So each conjugate acid has one extra proton and each conjugate base has one proton less. Now the strength of conjugate acids and bases. The strength of acid depends upon its tendency to donate proton and strength of base depends upon its tendency to accept proton. So strong acids are good proton donor and strong bases are good proton acceptor. So here HCl is a strong acid and its conjugate base is what? Cl, which is a weak base. So every strong acid has a weak conjugate base. And here acetic acid. Acetic acid when treated with water gives you acetate ion and hydronium ion. Acetic acid is a weak acid and it has a strong conjugate base, that is acetate ion. So strong acid has a weak conjugate base and weak acid has a strong conjugate base. Like that, strong base has weak conjugate acid and weak base has a strong conjugate acid. Now advantages of Lowry-Bronsted concept. This concept explains basic nature of substances like Na2CO3 or ammonia which do not contain OH group. Another advantage that is this concept is not limited to molecules but explain acidic and basic characters of ionic species such as CO3 minus ion, bicarbonate ion, bisulfate ion, ammonium ion, etc. And it explains acid-base reaction in non-aqueous medium also. HCl when treated with ammonia, then also you can say that HCl is acidic in nature as it is a proton donor. So it can explain the acid-base reaction in non-aqueous medium also. And the limitations of Lowry-Bronsted concepts are acidic substances which do not have proton. The nature of these substances cannot be explained on the basis of Bronsted-Lowry concept. For example, aluminium chloride or BF3. The nature of these substances cannot be explained on Bronsted-Lowry concept. And second, that is this concept, Bronsted-Lowry concept, cannot explain the acidic nature, acidic oxides and basic oxide. For example, calcium oxide is a basic oxide, whereas the sulfur trioxide is a acidic oxide. The nature of these two cannot be explained by Bronsted-Lowry theory. Both these do not contain what? The proton. but they nature is acidic and basic. This is a basic and this is acidic, and they form a salt, calcium sulfate. So this reaction cannot be explained on the basis of Bronsted-Lowry concept. So these are what limitations of Bronsted-Lowry concept. So next time we will see Levy's concept of acid and base. Thank you.